I stay loose, I stay hype. I stay loose, I stay hype. I stay loose, I stay hype. I could do this all night, cause I do what I like. Yeah, I do what I like. Yeah, I do what I like. Sipping goose, sip is right, and I go with the flow.
Kirk Ranner here, interviewing co-owner and brand ambassador of AWF, Mr. Kyle Masters. It's an honor to sit with you, Kyle. How are you today?
You know, Kurt, we sit a lot. We have a lot of meetings, a lot of business meetings, a lot of business lunches. But this meetings are going to be a little different. You know, but I think this needs to be put out into the open, into the AWF universe. They need to hear what I need to say for today, and I'm glad that you're here to ask me preferably the hard-hitting questions.
Hard-hitting questions, right? As we know, there's been a lot of odds with you and Miss Kimberly Sage, and honestly, I commend you, because if she was on my brand ambition, I would have stripped her of all rights of all championships and suspended her. But I know you do business a different way. But let's start with the question on everybody's mind: who is Kimberly Page?
You know,
what kind of relationship do you have with Kimberly Page? It looks like this attack on Kimberly Sage by Kimberly Page was premeditated by you.
I'm going to start first here in that I'm going to answer that second part first. I did not hire Kimberly Page to attack Kimmy Sage. That was out of my knowledge. Regardless of what Kimmy Sage wants to go out on social media and tweet and tell all the wrestlers backstage and tell all the masses that watch AWF, I did not hire Kimberly Page for the purposes of being a hit woman. I hired Kimberly Page solely on her in-ring talent. I had scouts in the area scouting her for weeks and telling me how much that she needs to be on our brand. And I went out with those scouts and I watched her in ring and I signed her to a lucrative contract with AWF. She is a signed talent here. She's not a signed hit woman, regardless of what Kimmy Sage, being the crybaby that she is and going on social media, I'll calm down. Regardless of what she said.
For once, I think I'm going to tell you to calm down. Yes. As you could tell, there's a lot of emotions here, Kyle, right? And I believe you as a business partner. I don't think you would do anything ill will, but you got to think, so you don't know who Kimberly Page is. You have scouts. Most people debut in a match. Kimberly Page attacked Kim Sage backstage. There's a lot of stages, and paces here, so keep up with me, right? And I'm seeing Kimmy Sage, and the first thing I'm thinking is this a work or is this a shoot, right? I don't know.
This isn't no work or shoot, Kirk. I'm telling you this right now. I had no idea that Kimberly Page was even going to be on Breakout that night. I had no idea she was even in the backstage locker room. No one from production, no one from our production sharks came to me and told me that she was even in the arena. I had no idea she was going to be at the arena and what she did. She didn't tell me she was going to do that. I had her wait at home, and I told her I was going to phone call her myself and book her in a match on Breakout to prove to the world what Kimberly Page is about. She took it upon herself.
Then why the title match? Why the debut title match? You're rewarding her, it seems, for breaking your rules and attacking Kimberly Sage while she wasn't expecting it. So why the title match? What do you have to answer to the fans about that? People usually have to work their way up. Here comes Kimberly Page, great talent. We had scouts watching her. I won't deny that, but comes in, gets a title shot after viciously, surprisingly attacking your Twitch champion backstage.
You know what, Kirk? I want to start off with that I don't think I'm rewarding her here. Yes, I'm sticking her into a title match, but this isn't no one-on-one match. This is a triple threat match. She's got a whole nother obstacle in the way in a Beetle Jess who has proven herself in the last couple of weeks that she deserves a title shot and that she is no one to mess with. So she's not only have to deal with Kimmy Sage, who's obviously now more angry at her from this backstage beatdown, but she's also got to deal with Beetle Jess in that other corner who's grinding and climbing that ladder and wanting that title more than anyone in this match. So I don't think I'm necessarily rewarding Kimberly Page in a sense. I'm rewarding maybe the fact that I loved her making a statement here at AWF right from the get-go, which we like to see out of talent. We want to see talent, grab the proverbial brass rings that we have hanging in our office and show us what they're about. You know, she might have done it in a different tactic, whether it not be in the ring, but she went and made a statement on a show where she was not supposed to be scheduled and attacked the champ. She might have done it, you know, maybe in ways where I don't really accept, but hey, she made a statement regardless, and she's here to prove why she deserves to be in this title match. It's going to be not an easy route for her. The scouts, I've seen what she can do in the ring. The scouts have seen what she can do in the ring. People are going to be not surprised, or people are going to be shocked, to be honest, at how good Kimberly Page is in that ring and why she deserved to be in this title match.
So off the Kimberly Page thing, honestly, Beetlejuice, all the talent in the world, and I want to send her praise her way, but this isn't about Kimberly Page. This isn't about Beetlejuice. Kimmy Sage signed an exclusive 2-year, $2 million contract with Breakout. When we got to sign our exclusive talents, I went with RSG due to our personal relationship. You went with Kimmy Sage due to your personal relationship. Where did it go wrong? Where did this take a turn that there's arguments every single day on social media, putting the company on blast? I don't really appreciate what she's doing for the AWF. She's not representing herself like a champion, but what led to this?
You know, when I first signed Kimmy Sage, yes, we had the opportunity to sit down with who we both felt should be our, and I'm going to if I could underline this, and I want everybody to underline and bold this statement, exclusively to our brands. I thought for sure that I had Kimmy Sage locked into our brand and she would not show up anywhere else. What does she do behind my back? She goes and signs elsewhere. She signed herself into other E-Federation companies. I don't know if she knows what the word exclusive means, but exclusive means you're exclusive to us. You can't appear everywhere else without my permission. She went and signed her ass up to other E-Feds out there without coming to us and asking if it was okay first. She needs to come to us first. If you're an exclusive talent of this company and we want you to only appear on our company on our basis, you cannot just go and do whatever you want, signing other contracts with other E-Feds and becoming their stars without our knowledge. So I think that's where she went wrong. Now, I don't believe she's an exclusive talent anymore. I don't put her in that rank. She is not exclusively signed to Breakout. Now she wants to appear.
You're saying breach of contract. Is that what you're saying? You're saying Kimmy Sage breached her contract with AWF?
Yes, and I do have our legal teams. I do have my brother, Smart Mark Masters, looking into it. Their legal teams will be in contact with Kimmy Sage about that. But you know what? I didn't let that go in the way of giving her opportunity. She proved herself, went over to In Your House, had that amazing match with Maya Lynx in the end of an era Hell in the Cell match. She got herself that championship belt. But you know what? I think that's where the mistake was. I think the mistake was putting her in that title match. Because look what's happened. That title, and I will say it here, and I'll look into this camera and say it. Kimmy Sage, that title has changed you. Ever since you became that champion, you become the most snot, brat type of wrestler on this entire roster. For you to go out on social media and run this company that me and Kirk here have put together, run it through the mud and complain when you get put in a match? What do you think this is? You see the middle word up there? What does that say? Wrestling. You're not here. This is not Alliance Vacation Federation. This ain't the AFF. You don't just go on vacations whenever you please and don't wrestle. I built Breakout on the point of you show up, you fight. That's what Breakout's all about. You show up and fight. You are a champion. You are supposed to be a defending champion. You're supposed to be a fighting champion. So for the fact that you go out every single week that I book you in a match and complain about it, that's not why I made you, at the time, my exclusive talent. Now that you're not my exclusive talent anymore. That's why I chose you over everybody else. But it looks like I made that mistake.
So Sunday, we have the triple threat Twitch Championship match. Beetlejuice, Kimberly Page, and Kimmy Sage. And the question on everyone's mind is, did Kyle Masters screw Kimmy Sage?
See, I knew this question was coming. And you know what? I'm going to be 100% completely honest up front. I think the fans out here deserve it. They deserve for me to say the correct words here, and they deserve the absolute truth. I didn't screw Kimmy Sage. Kimmy Sage screwed Kimmy Sage.
And we will find out what will happen this Sunday and Monday on AWF Grand Slam.
What if me and you went toe-to-toe? It should be fun, right?
Miles and Kid Million talking. That's the new Intercontinental Champion. They're having a conversation. Oh my God! Kid Million! Kid Million just attacked Miles!
I hate this channel.
No, no!
Lord knows you're not going to figure it out yourself. While I value you as a friend, as a competitor, let's be honest. You're beneath me. You just wanted so much to be just like Kid Million. So I was no longer willing to accept your mediocrity. Because if you see us as equals, then damn it, we're gonna be equals. Because as of now, I am your gatekeeper. I will make sure that you measure up to Kid Million.
This is the place. This is the place I was left for dead. Instead of shutting up and fighting, this is when you want me to open my mouth and say
that Kid Million is better than me.
Kid Million is my bitch because you want to be relevant. But in order for a rookie to be relevant, they need an already made star to make them relevant. And that's why you attacked me. In that parking lot is where I lost respect for myself because I trusted a snake. And in this parking lot, I take it back.
I mean, for someone who's joined the change, all I'm getting from you is the same old shit. You can't even get the job done at the end of it. You cut great promo, and then you fall on your ass for the 1, 2, 3.
What I want is to be the last man standing.
I accept. But before I do, you haven't properly considered my offer to back out. And maybe that's my fault. Maybe it's just because I'm not a businessman. And I have a very good friend of mine who is a businessman.
I'ma get, when I flow, I'ma hit, and I know I'm the kid, I'm a soul, don't forget, I'ma blow up with it, got my flow so vivid, here we go, just beginning, yeah, I throw every inning, got my flow so legit, all I know is my shit, here I go, they can whip, Post Malone in this bitch, rock star making hits.
You're not even my type.
Now you see me standing in the lights, but you never saw my sacrifice, or all the nights I had to struggle to survive. Had to lose it all to win the fight, I had to fall so many times. Now I'm the last one standing.
AWF Universe, it is now time to bow down to your king. So, Mr. Chris Bluejay, step to the kingdom, come to the throne, and bow down.
As you sit upon your so-called throne, I know for a fact that you can feel the cracks. You can feel the thorn in your side, courtesy of yours truly, Chris Venus. How about we kick things off in a big way? You and me in a best-of-7 series. What do you say, King? Or will you back down and become what everyone here knows you are, a bitch?
You know what, Bluejay? You said best of 7. I accept.
like I made it overnight. I make it look easy, but you don't see the dark side. And all of the monsters I had to fight, and all of the nightmares made me stronger than life. Yeah, y'all say I've changed, really though? How so? Got all this bread, I'm still sourdough. I don't know, square peg, round hole, like a block of cheese in a paper towel roll. Rocky Balboa, never been no towel thrower. Even when I got kicked to the curb, life knocked me down in the dirt. I got back up, flipped to the verge till I earned the attention I yearn. Not to mention, I learned how to turn resentment and hurt to an unquenchable thirst. In the simplest terms, it's revenge of the nerd in every sense of the word. But all you see is the fame and the millions. You don't see the strength and resilience. How I rock my brain, but it feels as if I'm trying to explain to the children. So a lot of this pain's and healing, no escape, but this anger is feeling almost like recreating the feeling. And not letting when the second plane hit the building. So I let them paint me the villain. Some of this just may be a symptom of having way too much income. But when you struggle every day just to get some, now all of this hate is a syndrome. When they can't relate and stems from when you're looking like it grows on trees. You look green, but those aren't leaves. Suffice to say, with every sacrifice I made, it's like I gave up my life to fame. All the nights that I lied awake, nights I stayed up to write and pray. Had to call, scratch, and find my way. Just follow me and I'll light the way. Look to the hook if your sky look gray. And rappers, how can we be on the same level now when I gotta look down to see these clowns that are on the ground? I got the clouds beneath me ever since I put out the EP to the height of 2003. Me, you ain't seen the struggle make it out the DP, cause I made it somehow look easy. Now you see me standing in the lights, but you never saw my sacrifice, or all the nights I had to struggle to survive. Had to lose it all to win the fight. I had to fall so many